Hey guys, what's up? Ajax the Mister here, coming at you with not a live reaction and not a review either. No, this is a special little video that I just decided to kind of think of doing because, as you know, I hit 1,000 subscribers this past week. I believe it was on Monday, Tuesday, I'm not really sure, but that is a lot, guys. I cannot thank you enough. I mean, it's just a blessing to have you guys just come in, watch me do my little rants and live reactions, and
it is a blessing. 1,000 people love your videos. I like them too. I'm a subscriber too. Ethan Hooper, hello, how's it going?
You guys remember this guy? Way back then, like about a year ago, we did a review for the Kingdom Hearts 3.
E3 2015.
Indeed, indeed. And now this fool is back for the 1K special.
One sign language K. I think that's a K.
I don't think it was.
All right then. Cool stuff.
But anyways, as you guys can tell from the title down below, I wanted to do something different with this video. So I figured, why not maybe tell you guys how I personally got into anime? Because, you know, I'm watching JoJo, doing live reactions to JoJo, reviewing Dragon Ball Super and Mob Psycho 100, but I never really say, like, what got me into this series or what initially got me into watching anime in general. Are you really going to be on your phone?
Yeah, trust me, I got this.
So let's turn back the pendulum all the way back to what initially got me into anime, and I'm gonna tell you guys straight off the bat, it's not...
Hello? Yeah, I'm doing the video right now. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'll call you back, sorry.
As I was saying, turn back the pendulum all the way back to what initially got me into anime. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it's not really that much of a surprise for people our age. I mean, at least for me, what got me into anime was Dragon Ball Z. Like, that was the first one. There's no curveballs I'm throwing at you guys. I'm not gonna tell you guys, oh, Rurouni Kenshin was the OG anime that I watched, or Gundam Wing. Like, no, it was Dragon Ball Z, and to be honest, I was kind of afraid of watching it from time to time, because, you know, the aliens bled purple blood.
Oh, true that.
Yeah, and I associated that with like demons, and I'm like, well, shit, I can't go to sleep tonight. Can't do it. Well, what was your first anime?
Well,
Ethan?
Definitely, you know, Dragon Ball Z was Y7, so we were not allowed to watch Y7.
Oh yeah, remember the rating Y7?
Y7 was a big deal in our household, so we were not allowed to watch Dragon Ball Z. But when you really think about it, not that I really ever associated anime with this, because, you know, I was young and naive.
Right, we just saw it as cartoons.
Exactly. Yeah. Pokemon is an anime.
But I didn't see it as an anime.
I didn't see it as an anime.
It was another cartoon.
Either. Pokemon was just, a cartoon on Kids WB in the morning. And I would say that was probably my first anime, but, you know, Pokemon, you know, I was in and out of Pokemon, played the games, knew what was going on story-wise, but the one anime I can say I woke up like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Sailor Moon?
No.
Okay, because I knew Sailor Moon came on pretty early.
Sailor Moon was after school.
Okay.
Like, it came on after school.
Alright.
No, we used to wake up, even my dad used to wake up. We used to wake up and watch Zoids. Zoids! I was
all the shows.
I was so invested in Zoids. Me, my brother, and my dad absolutely love Zoids.
Man, I can't say that I was a big fan of Zoids, but I was well versed in the show. Like, I knew Liger Zero. My favorite one, because I thought Shield Liger was kind of stupid. Just
Shield
because
Liger
it was Shield.
Pretty weak.
But then when it got the upgrade to Blades, the Blade one, that's where I was like, that was beautiful. Yeah. I loved it.
See, that whole storyline was so good.
I couldn't follow the story. I would tune in and out like random episodes. Like, I wouldn't watch it like with dedication.
See, here's the thing. This is how I differentiate like Pokemon and Zoids. When my dad watched Pokemon, the only thing he retained from Pokemon was that Brock would go goo-goo over Officer
Jenny and Joy.
But when it came to Zoids, he literally could name every single character. It was actually a great story, and it was just
It was great.
Yeah.
It was great.
Now, here's the thing. I'll tell you a funny story about Dragon Ball Z.
What
we
about
finally
Dragon Ball
turned
Z?
7, but he was still skeptical about letting us watch DBZ. We still watched it behind his back, of course.
Oh, that's what we all did as kids.
Oh, but we sat him down for one episode, and he says, "All right, Ethan and Matthew, if I see 5 acts of violence on this show,
I think you told me this before, too.
if I see 5 acts of violence on this show, you will not be able to watch the show anymore." So the episode starts off, and it's Cell, it's imperfect Cell, the skinny little Cell.
Oh, yeah, with the fat lips and
And
everything.
he stops a bus full of football players.
Oh, my God.
And he goes on the bus and drains every single one of them. And so when that scene's over, like, all right, Dad, that's one act. One act? He just killed 32 players on one team. And I was like, no, Dad, that's one sequence.
That's one evil deed.
Yeah, that's one act of violence. He's like, turn it off. Bam.
Damn. So you couldn't watch Dragon Ball Z from then after?
Oh, no, we still watched it behind his back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were all, yeah.
There was no parental permission to
there
watch
was
the show.
No.
Gotcha.
No.
Yeah, my parents weren't really that, restrictive when it came to anime. Now, what they were restricted of, because now that you mentioned the TVY7, they were really restricted with Cow and Chicken. Remember
Ooh.
Cow and Chicken?
I do.
And the thing is, like, going back on it, I can kind of see why, but whenever I asked my parents, they would just say, "Look at the cow, like it has an udder, it's like walking around, like it has its like, it's dingling like flopping around, like that was their main thing." And as a kid, I was like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense, the cow has a dingling flopping out." But looking back on it now, that show has some pretty suggestive stuff.
Oh no,
They really did.
I never liked that show. Like there's the devil character.
There was I think
who
that
had
was
like
one of
a really like
the butt cheeks.
Yeah, his butt cheeks were really defined.
They,
I'm like,
they
what is going on?
They were
here?
well animated.
Like I never understood the like.
It was a weird
popularity
show.
behind that show. I never liked that show.
I think it was along the lines of like Ren and Stimpy.
Ren and Stimpy, never liked that show.
Yeah.
Granted, that's a little bit before our time. Like,
It was.
Ren and Stimpy came out, we were probably just being born, like in the '94 era.
Yeah,
Yes.
around that time.
So no, I was never big on Ren and Stimpy either.
Yeah.
But back to anime.
Back to anime. We went way off track. Back to the anime.
I'll tell you another anime we were really invested in when we were younger was Digimon.
Digimon.
Yeah.
Over Pokemon? Or did you kind of watch it like...
No. See, Digimon's one of those shows you have to watch to know what's going on.
Right, because there's an overarching story.
There's an overarching story. I mean, Pokemon has an overarching story, but really the premise, Ash goes to town.
Yeah, you can literally tune in at any point in the, whatever region they're in, and you're going to understand what's going on. Yeah, Digimon was really confusing.
Digimon, literally, at every beginning of the episode, it was like, this happened on this episode, Digimon. Oh, I hope this doesn't happen. And then
they have to tell you that. Oh my god.
Great theme song, by the way.
Great one.
One of the best for sure. But all right, so my dad let us watch Digimon.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
But he would make fun of us all the time.
He would make fun of you.
He wouldn't make fun of us.
He would tease you about it.
He'd make fun of the show more.
Oh, okay.
So
that's gonna be me when I grow up. I'm gonna make fun of my kids' TV shows.
I mean, I probably will too, but like he would make fun of the stuff that's supposed to be those lessons that you learn.
Oh, like the serious moments.
Yeah, so it'd be like, Ty and Matt. If y'all are familiar with Digimon Adventure 1, Season 1. Ty and Matt, butted heads. They were the two de facto leaders.
Oh, okay, no, yeah,
Right.
I remember. I think I remember Ty. He was the guy with the brown hair.
Brown hair, the goggles.
He was
the
the
goggles
one I remember.
solidified the leadership on any Digimon series.
Pretty much.
But they used to butt heads, and then there was one episode where I think it had to deal with the crest of friendship, which was Matt's crest, and then it was all about how they overcome the friendship. So my dad, he quotes it like this. Oh, Ty, we gotta be friends, Ty. I don't want to be friends with you, man.
That's what it boils down to.
It's like, we gotta go save the digital world, and you only care about friendship. It's like, Ty, you're being foolish. And that's literally his interpretation of what was going on. Yeah.
That is absolutely perfect. For me, Dragon Ball Z got me into anime, but I would dip my feet into other shows, occasionally Rurouni Kenshin, Digimon,
Yeah.
Gundam G. I didn't watch too much Gundam Wing, but Gundam G, That one was pretty cool because, you know, they were actually inside the Gundams.
Yeah.
They had to know how to fight rather than just sitting in a chair, pumping like levers and stuff. But what got me into anime, because the only two shows, the two dedicated shows I watched were Dragon Ball Z and Yu-Gi-Oh! Those were the two main.
God,
if any other show fell out of those boundaries, I would either watch it so-and-so, or I just wouldn't care for it. I would be like, nah, that show's terrible. It's not Dragon Ball Z. It's not Yu-Gi-Oh! But the one thing that changed my mind, and you're a favorite of this one too.
Okay.
I'm sure you guys are as well. What got me into anime, like actually going out, trying different series and watching it, I ordered from Walmart because they had like the Shonen Jump monthly specials, and they had one on sale.
All right.
And yeah, it's getting there.
All
it's
right,
getting there.
on.
It's getting there.
All right.
And the one that got me into anime, the whole scope, Naruto.
Oh.
Naruto. But let me tell you how it got me into it. Because before, you know how with manga, you have to read it from right to left. You don't read it left to right, like a normal book.
Yeah,
right to left.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that going into it. So I opened the book, and the only thing I looked for was Yu-Gi-Oh! And Dragon Ball Z. I just read that, and I was like, okay, done. I bought the book, and I put it away. Then as I started buying more and more, I realized these books are like this thick, and I'm reading this much. That's a waste of money. I gotta try out some of these other series.
True that.
So I'm reading it left to right, like a jackass, I know. And I'm reading it left to right, and it was in the Chunin Part 2 exam. So I in the Forest of Death, and it was the scene where Naruto and Sasuke already got their ass beat by Orochimaru. And Naruto had the kunai knife in his shirt, like that Sakura
hanging from the tree. Yeah.
I didn't see his face, so I'm reading it left to right. They don't show the title of the series from left to right. Yeah. So I don't know what this series is called. And I see Naruto hanging from the tree, I'm like, is this Shaman King? Because, no, wait a minute. I thought it was Shaman King because I saw Naruto's hair. And remember, the thing is black and white, so you can't tell the colors. I see his hair, and the only other character that I could associate that with was that snowboard kid from Shaman King.
I have no idea what his name is, but I know what you're talking about.
Exactly, and you know this Naruto, the Naruto that I didn't know his name of, like he didn't seem like the main character because you know
he's
the
hanging
girl
from a tree.
He's
hanging from
guy. Yeah, that ain't the main character, man.
Goku would never hang from a tree.
That'd be like Piccolo or Vegeta, like not Goku. So like I'm thinking like this has to be Shaman King. I don't know what the hell this is. And then I got to the end. I'm like, oh shit, this ain't Shaman King. This is Naruto.
Not even close, yeah.
And you know that was what initially got me into it. And then what actually kept me as like a devoted reader was when Sakura cut her hair.
Oh my god.
No, but listen, the reason why was because in Dragon Ball Z, I wasn't used to seeing that much blood. And in Yu-Gi-Oh! As well, because like Yu-Gi-Oh! They never show blood.
Yu-Gi-Oh! doesn't have blood.
Yeah,
they're all holograms.
Yeah, exactly. There's never anything. But the scene where Sakura cuts her hair, she's going in fighting the sound ninja.
Yeah.
Those guys were hitting her like mad hard, and there was blood. And I was like, there are comic books like I thought they were comic books, not manga back then. I thought they were comic books. No. But I was like, these comic books have blood in it? Like what the hell? This is awesome. And it just went uphill from there. As soon as I did that, I started saying, well shit, if I like this one, what about another one? Oh, Shaman King's in here too. Or I'm trying to think of another one. One Piece. One Piece. The one chapter that got me into. What are you doing?
Oh.
Just what are you doing?
Sorry, just don't mind me. Keep going. One Piece. Just don't mind him. But yeah, with One Piece, the one that got me into it was the flashback. Yeah, I got into One Piece during a flashback, and it was the scene where Sanji is a kid and he's with Red Shoe Zeph. And you know, it wasn't, there was no action or anything to like get me into the series, but I was reading it and I'm like, okay, this is not that bad. This kid is like, surviving on a rock for like 30 days, 60 days. I think he lasted for like 90 days. And then they show the scene where like it was to be continued till like next issue. They show the scene where Red Shoe Zeph
like blasts off his leg with a rock. Like he just gets a rock and he goes boom.
Didn't he eat his leg though?
He ate his leg.
Yeah.
In the anime, they changed it a little bit because they said he lost his leg. And I thought that was the most like
that was for kids.
That was for kids. And I think it was for the anime too. They like
well,
the
no,
legit anime.
for kids anime. Oh.
No, like the legit.
Like
correct me if I'm wrong,
uncensored?
guys. Yeah, like they censored the anime in general because that was just a violent.
Oh, that's a pretty graphic.
It was like I thought it was freaking amazing. Like this guy breaking off his leg with a freaking rock to eat his own foot. It's insane, nasty. I know, but yeah, that's where I started just watching everything: One Piece, Naruto, Gundam, more Gundam.
So you read them before you watched them?
I read them. That's how I found out about them.
Okay.
I read about Naruto. I read about One Piece, and then we were kids back then. So whenever we saw One Piece or one of those shows on TV, we would watch it on that channel.
Yeah.
And of course, One Piece was on 4Kids.
Ugh.
And nasty
Disgustingly
4Kids.
censored.
But I got into it.
Guns.
The bottle cap guns. What else did they change?
The rubber knife Nami stabbed Usopp with.
Yes, and like what was it?
You can keep going for days.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you guys can Google it. Just look at 4Kids comparisons to One Piece, and you'll see it. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. But I'm not gonna lie, that's what got me into One Piece and Luffy's voice. Like, I like Luffy's voice.
I mean, I agree. I watched it. It's just when you watched like the
the Funimation one.
The Funimation, you realize how censored it was.
It was really.
But no, I agree when it because now Cartoon Network did a great thing. They set you up with these these animes for beginners. They hit you with Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon, and then they started airing Rurouni Kenshin and
more
Yu Yu
complex
Hakusho.
stories, more darker stories.
Get a little darker, and then Gundam used to always come on late at night.
Yeah.
And then they hit you with Naruto. And you're like, wait, and then I've seen pictures of this before, never watched it, let me watch it. Because I didn't read until mad later on.
Oh, so you were watching it on Tsunami.
I didn't start reading Naruto until Shippuden came out.
What?
Yeah, that's when I started reading.
Wow, okay.
Shippuden came out.
So you were watching the original Naruto.
Yeah, like first aired on Cartoon Network.
Do you remember what episode you started with?
I started with the first one.
The first episode?
I mean, I missed the beginning part, but I started with the first episode.
Okay.
And I came in on the part where I think it was like Mitsuki was chasing Naruto through the forest, and then I don't know. Then that whole thing with Iruka defending him from the giant.
Oh yeah, with that giant shuriken.
The shuriken, yeah. And then he's like crying for him.
Oh man.
It's all.
Did you cry?
I almost cried. And then he's like, "Here, Naruto, you graduated." And I was like,
that was a beautiful
moment. and then I was totally thrown off by the next episode, which was Konohamaru.
Oh man, that probably did got a lot of people.
I was like, where's the good stuff? Where's the good stuff?
Good stuff don't start till.
Look, I'll tell you where the good stuff started. No, because even the episode where they introduced Sasuke and Sakura wasn't that great. Right?
Okay, go ahead.
And then you had the bell test with Kakashi. That was a little better.
Okay.
But what really sold me was the scene where Kakashi's captured by Zabuza.
Dude, oh my! I already know what you're doing.
And then like Naruto remembers his oath of pain.
Yeah.
And then he goes and like, what do you do that for? His headband? And then he's like, Sasuke! And then I guess they formulated a plan.
Oh my god.
Literally, the scene is like 10 seconds apart. He's like, Sasuke! And then it's like a bunch of glares and they're like, you got it? Yeah. Did you talk the whole time? Did you talk the whole time?
If you guys remember the strategy they laid out, that required communication. There's no way you can look at someone and say,
let's
go.
Either way, the scene that ensues with, Naruto first sending his clones and then throws Sasuke the Demon Wind
Shuriken thing.
And then, this part is so funny. This part, he throws a Shuriken, Zabuza dodges it, and then he says, a second Shuriken hidden in the shadow of the first Shuriken. The Shadow Shuriken Jutsu. You could just said the jutsu, I would have got it. You know, you freaking explain the whole thing.
They need to.
So many words. A second shuriken hidden in the shadow of the first shuriken. The shadow shuriken jutsu. I said shadow and shuriken about 3 times right there. Either way, he dodges that. No, he catches that one. No. He caught the first one.
He jumps over it.
He caught the first one. He dodged the second one.
He jumps over.
And I was like, oh man, that would have been cool if they got him.
And then the second one.
And then Naruto. Take this.
That was. I'll admit, I think that was the first strategy, like combination thing that I've seen in an anime. At least when I was getting into it, I saw that and I was like, "Yo, that's amazing!"
Yep.
I'm used to like the Dragon Ball Z's, where like, "Oh, I'm overpowered. I'm getting angry. I can beat you now." But the scenes like that was like, "Yo, this show." Has some thinking going on in the background. You can't say the same for like, you know, towards the end of the series. That was where it got like Dragon Ball Z style.
Yeah.
Not saying it was bad, but you know, not the same as from the beginning.
Yeah, it was not too much strategy going on.
Right.
That's what hooked me on Naruto. Then I knew this show was gonna be great. And that's when I started reading. No, I still didn't start reading until Shippuden. So I think by the time Naruto aired in like the US, Shippuden was like, I guess, a thing, maybe. I don't know. I don't know the timeline.
It took a while to get Shippuden overseas.
I don't know the timeline, forget it. But One Piece, you know, although it was on 4Kids, I was pretty sold on it from the get-go. Thought it was really cool.
And then you started reading the manga?
No, I didn't start reading the manga until they stopped showing it on 4Kids, and it was in hiatus.
They stopped at what was it?
They stopped at they didn't ever
They did Alabasta.
No, they never finished Alabasta. They finished it, but they never aired it. Cause
really?
I found episodes online where he fought Crocodile under the thing, and then, you know, he sent him flying.
he has not blood, it's the sweat. The sweat that's a big crocodile.
It's hot down here, so I'm sweating.
So that didn't air. That didn't air.
That never aired. That never aired.
But it's still okay.
Yeah,
that's
you could have found it online. I found it.
I'll admit it was probably best for it to stop there, because I know some of you guys aren't a fan of it, but I'm a huge fan of the intro to that show. That you could rip on One Piece all you want, but that rap was hilarious.
That rap was terrible.
But it was a good thing that it stopped at that point, because then they were gonna add in Robin, and
let's recap how that song goes, because they literally go down the line.
I'm saying what everyone does.
Yeah, like.
Who stops doing this monster thing?
Sanji's cooking, Chopper's doctoring, Nichols archaeology. What? No.
They couldn't do that.
What are you gonna do when you get to Frankie? You get to Brooke.
Frankie is shipwriting and Brooke is singing.
No. Cut it. Stop.
They had to put the plug.
Nah, that wasn't gonna happen. That was not.
Oh man. But good memories. Again, you guys already know how we got into anime. It was. But pretty much sums up how we got into it. But let me know what you all think in the comments below. Were any of these series, like, did you watch to get into anime? Were you not allowed to watch anime as a kid? Like, I'll admit, like, there were some of my friends back in my day that could not watch anime because it was the devil's magic or the devil's, you know, drawings, whatever. But let me know what you all, you know, grew up with anime. What got you into anime or manga in general? And share your thoughts down below. I want to hear your discussions, theories, everything. But that's all that I have for you folks. If you enjoyed this video at all, or I'm used to saying even this amazing episode, I'm used to saying that. If you enjoyed this video at all, or even just, you know, got a good nostalgia trip from what we got into anime through, leave a thumbs up down below. I would really greatly appreciate it. If you have subscribed to my channel, it will be right here, right on top of his head. Click the box right here.
Go
stay up to date.
Get pissed off.
You guys already know the deal. Click the button, subscribe. I'm Ajax the Mister.
I'm the Hooper special guest star. You may see me on a couple other videos later on in the future.
I'll link his Twitter and Instagram down below. As always, folks, thanks for watching.